Hi, I'm Sarah Lynn. I am a licensed massage therapist and registered yoga teacher in Gig Harbor, Washington. Today we are going to learn a little bit about how to take care of sore necks, shoulders, and upper backs. For many of us who work in an arms forward position, who sit at a desk, who have a lot of tablet or smartphone use, we find ourselves in this shoulders rounded, head forward posture, and then we get a lot of pain through here. So we're going to work on a few things today. As we come into that posture, we often find some shortening through the front of the chest. So we're going to work on some opening and lengthening. We'll work on a little bit of pain relief in these traps where we often feel what people might describe as knots, where we get some discomfort. And then we'll work on strengthening the muscles that help us keep the shoulder blades back and down, encouraging us to come back to that nice natural posture. We'll use a few things that you may have laying around the house: a rolled up blanket, a water bottle, can of food, or a small weight if you've got one, a racquetball or tennis ball, and then a long scarf, belt, or anything that we can kind of hang on to with the hands as we take some movement into the arms. So let's get started. Begin in a comfortable seat, but one that will allow you to be nice and upright. I'm on a cushion, but you can be on the edge of a chair or on an exercise ball if you have one. Just bringing some gentle movement into the neck, starting with some neck rolls. As we move through this today, there will be some times when we speed up the video just for expedience sake, but remember, you are going to continue to move slowly and mindfully. Pausing on one side, we're going to bring the arm up and over the head, allowing gravity to gently bring the weight of the arm down. Draw the other arm out and down. Reach behind, in front, changing the sensation of the stretch, and feel free to stop and explore anywhere that needs some extra love. And then when you're finished, do the other side. Now bringing some movement into the shoulders, we'll start with some shrugs. Just be organic, do whatever feels good, or you can try coming up on an inhale, down on an exhale. Do a few of those, and then you can switch, move your circles in the other direction. We'll then do some shoulder shrugs way up toward the ears, and then relax and just let the shoulders fall, finding a little bit of a bounce at the bottom. Now bringing some broader movement into the shoulders, we'll create some big circles with the arms. Again, you can try coming up with an inhale, down with an exhale if you'd like. Move through a few of these and then make your circles go the other way. Then we'll pause at the top, take a side bend to one side, to the other side. Then bring your hands out in front of you, interlace those fingers, turn them inside out, press the hands away, feeling opening between the shoulder blades. Then lace them up behind you, reach them away from the body, and if it feels okay, take a little lean forward, pulling those hands up away from the back. Grab your belt or strap, start palms face down with hands wide enough that we can comfortably get the hands all the way overhead without pain in the shoulder joint. Slowly move back and forth a few times this way. And if you master that, you can turn it into a circular motion. One arm coming up and in front, other arm coming up and behind. And make sure to go both directions. Now flipping so hands are palm face up. We're going to actively press the hands away, elbows tucked into the sides. And while we're actively reaching, engaging those muscles that hold the shoulder blades back and down, we'll slowly go up and down. If you have a stretchy band, you can move through just a couple of in, out, in, out. Coming to hands and knees, a subtle scapular push-up, just creating space between the shoulder blades and bringing them down between shoulder joints. Or we can come into a more full expression, reaching thoracic spine up toward the ceiling. Grab your weight or can or whatever you're using. We're going to come through this motion with a little bit of weight in the hand. Another option, scapular push-ups in plank. You can also do this in half plank. Again, just that really subtle movement, creating space between the shoulder blades, dropping them down. We can also move through our arms in this position. Sitting back and down,
Bringing the hands over to one side. You can pause on each side for a longer time. Other side. Coming back to center, and then slowly roll yourself up to kneeling. Find your racquetball or tennis ball. Imagine the medial border of your scapula, your spine, muscle in between. We're going to stay off of bones. We're going to work on the muscle in between. Grab that piece of your trapezius that runs along the top of the shoulder. First point right behind. Come lying onto your back. Place the ball just behind that piece of the trapezius. Pause there, check in, see how it feels. For a little more, we can lift the hips. Pause here, a few breaths. For a little more, we can start to take a little chugging motion, pressing the feet, pulling the feet, moving the body up and down on the mat. I'm going to roll myself up a little now. The ball's between spine and scapula, but on the top half of the shoulder blade. And then I'm going to start to bring a little movement into my arm. Remember, you're moving slowly here, even though the video is sped up. If you find a trouble spot, hang out. Rolling ourselves up one more time. So now we're close to the bottom of the scapula, still between scapula and spine. And we're going to do a little bit of a side bend, reaching up and overhead. Again, pausing at any point you find a trouble spot. Set the ball away and grab your blanket. Set yourself up. So either head is off or low back is off, either a little bit of extension in cervical spine or lumbar spine, whichever feels better. Opening the hands out wide to the side, allowing gravity to pull the shoulder blades down toward the floor, getting some broadening through the pec major, pec minor. You can stay here as long as you like or end your practice here, or we can come back to a seat, bring a little more gentle movement into shoulders. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something.